Tonight, Democrats calling for an investigation into the sudden firing of U.S. Attorney Geoffrey Berman. Senator Chuck Schumer writing a letter to the Department of Justice Inspector General.
Over the past 2 days, this sordid, ham-handed plot by President Trump and Attorney General Barr to oust a well-respected U.S. attorney played out in public view.
The shakeup happened late Friday. Attorney General William Barr announced in a press release that Berman would be stepping down from New York's Southern District. Berman quickly responding that he had no intention of resigning. U.S. attorneys are appointed by the president, who can remove them at any time. The president fired Berman on Saturday. The White House says it was just a personnel move designed to find a position for outgoing SEC chairman Jay Clayton.
Barr was working on a smooth transition, and when Berman chose to respond in the way that he did, he came to the president, and the president agreed and fired this individual, Mr. Berman.
President Trump appearing to distance himself from the decision on Saturday.
We have a very capable attorney general, so that's really up to him. I'm not involved.
The surprise move led to Democratic accusations that the White House was trying to obstruct ongoing investigations in New York's Southern District, an office that has looked into President Trump's closest allies in the past, including personal attorneys Rudy Giuliani and Michael Cohen. But Clayton is unlikely to be confirmed by the Senate before November's election. The acting U.S. attorney now is Audrey Strauss, a registered Democrat who was Berman's deputy, meaning any current investigations are set to proceed. Tonight, several law enforcement sources tell NBC News that there are no unannounced investigations that the Southern District of New York is working on that could have triggered this firing.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.